Okay, type 2 diabetes in children, from my perspective, is like a crime against humanity because we know exactly what's causing it, we can definitely do something about it, and yet we're allowing this disease to perpetuate and grow and become the epidemic that it now is. It's also associated with obesity, and the same reason why children are getting type 2 diabetes is the same reason why adults get it. Please listen to me carefully here. The reason for type 2 diabetes is the insane excess and overconsumption of refined sugars and refined starches. The lack of exercise plays a role, but the primary reason is just an unbelievable amount of refined sugars and starches that have made it into the food supply. Now here's what happens. Just imagine this. These sugars and starches get into your bloodstream, and they cause your hormone insulin to spike to such high levels that that hormone literally becomes toxic to the cells, and then the cells go, no more. I don't want insulin to bother me or to come knocking on my cell membranes anymore and asking to put sugar in. Can you imagine? Your cells are literally becoming what they call resistant to insulin. Now, type 2 diabetes is just another term for insulin resistance. I've got a question for you. We have got 8-year-olds now getting this disease called type 2 diabetes. It used to be called adult onset diabetes. Think about this for a second. How long does it take for a heavy smoker to develop maybe lung disease or emphysema or problem with their lungs, lung cancer? Maybe 20 years, 30 years, 40 years of non-stop smoking eventually takes them down, right? What about alcohol? Same thing, right? 20, 30, 40 years of pretty heavy drinking, your liver's going to fail, you're going to get all kinds of problems, your health is going to suffer, and it eventually could be fatal, right? So 20, 30, or 40 years, and yet we have got 8-year-olds who are getting one of the worst diseases known to humanity, type 2 diabetes, because their insulin levels are being spiked and stimulated to toxic amounts because of the amount of sugar and starch that is in the American diet now. The solution is easy. You have to dramatically cut down on soda pop, candy, white flour, white bread, white rice, breakfast cereals. All of those foods are responsible for the diabetes epidemic. Every parent on earth should have to take a course in the abusive damage that is caused by sugars and starches. And if they were to go research it, I think you would get the absolute shock of your life.